So we come to the flags representing the class of 2020. First of all, Australia. Belgium. Brazil. Bulgaria. And Canada. China. And Colombia. A special welcome to the German flag. Greece. India. And Iran. Italy. And Japan. And South Korea. And Mexico. Pakistan. And Russia. Saudi Arabia. And Spain. And Sudan. And Turkey. The United Kingdom. And finally, the United States of America. Now it gives me pleasure to welcome onto the stage our ladies director, Dr. AQC
ISF administration, faculty, and staff, I welcome you all to our 2020 commencement ceremony. And a heartfelt thank you to everyone who made this event possible. Here we are, guys. We made it. While most of you have probably never been in school on a Saturday, for some of you, this has been a regular occurrence, be it for makeups, retakes, or even sometimes Saturday detentions. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you today to celebrate ISF's graduating class of 2020. You truly are making history. You are the first class ever in College Board history to have all AP exams online. You're also the first ever grade in the over 50-year history of the IBO to have their exams canceled. And, last but not least, you are the largest ever graduating class in ISF history. Congratulations. I can tell you, to participate in this joyful, momentous occasion is the greatest part of my job. This day is about you and what you have achieved through hard work, dedication, and determination, and yes, let's be honest, sometimes a little bit of luck. Graduation is a time to imagine your future and your place in the world to come. When you think of the road ahead, you may gain perspective by looking back to where you've been. And I hope that when you look back, you also look back at your time at ISF and do so with fond memories. As part of the worldwide ISF family, you will always be welcome here, and we look forward to hearing about your personal and professional achievements as you build on the foundation provided by your ISF education. As you begin the next stage in your life and experience, you can be confident that you can and that you will make a difference in the world, because like the ISF graduates who have gone before you, you also possess the knowledge and skills you need to shape your future. This is usually the part in the welcome address where the speaker shows his intellectual superiority by sharing some deep words of wisdom or an inspirational quote to send the graduates off into the world. I'm going to do the same. For this purpose, I thought it was fitting to select a few lines from Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. It has been a distinct honor and a privilege to spend these past years as your academic coordinator. Thank you for the memories. Congratulations, class of 2020, and my very best wishes to you all. Thank you. And now, please welcome Mr. Dylan onto the stage to perform Thais Meditation by Jules Manessé.
Thank you, Dylan, for this wonderful performance. And now, on behalf of the class of 2020, please let's welcome to the stage the speakers for the class, Ms. Smirnova and Mr. Don.
Good morning, Dr. Ludwig, Dr. Lehman, dear teachers, families, friends, fellow graduates, and honored guests who join us remotely. First of all, I have to say, I'm glad that despite the challenges, we can still be here to share in this ceremony. And I feel honored to be given the opportunity to deliver this speech on behalf of the class 2020. Although we're only halfway through 2020, we have seen more madness than we have ever encountered in our life. The Australian wildfire, the protests in Hong Kong and America, and of course, our greatest enemy, COVID-19. I hope my fellow classmates and family members who join us remotely remain safe in this global crisis. But nevertheless, we're graduating today. We're closing a chapter that lasted for 12 years. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself a round of applause. Our school prides itself for its cultural diversity. With over 50 different nationalities, we can actually understand the meaning of international. It is only in this unique environment we learn how to show appreciation and respect to other cultures. We should be thankful for this international community because it showed us a new perspective to the world which is essential in 21st century. And considering the international tensions we see every day on our TV screens, the world is in need of our generation, who can show tolerance and understanding to foreign cultures, rather than judging them based on myth and prejudice. In recent years, some people have left while a lot of people have joined us, and now, in the end, 91 of us, making the largest graduation class in our school's history. Each of us possesses such unique abilities and quality, like Dylan, who just showed us his magnificent skill on the violin, Judy, Jiying, Kanguk, Yunjun, and Ryosei, who are outstanding artists, brilliant dancers like Shane, Angelo, who is skillful with his flutes and also such a humorous person, Ahmed, who's always positive, and Juho, always supportive and reliable. In the past years, we have shared many adventures, and we learned how to cooperate with each other, which all started during the 11th grade bonding trip in Shuangao. Together we built tents, which were not perfect, but stayed up. Just. Special thanks to Amin and Kaito's hard work, so we get to experience several MBNs, which showed us the art of debates and leadership. Thanks to Celine and Ashley, who worked with SLO and filled our daily life with activities and events, such as the SLO Radio and Spirit Days. We are grateful to ISF for the opportunity to choose either IB or AP. IB, as we all know, is famous for its never-ending oral and written assignments. We're all aware of the countless days and nights IB students have spent trying to finish their TOK or IAs or the ESA. We AP students, on the other hand, are gambling everything on the final examinations. The sacrifice of our time has paid back now. We're going to some of the top universities in the world, and in the future, we'll find brilliant engineers like Raphael, who might solve the energy crisis, successful chemists like Martin, who unfortunately cannot join us today, who might discover new elements, or great mathematician like Yunjun. But all of this achievement would not be possible without the help with some great people. First of all, I would like to thank ISF staff and teachers on behalf of Class 2020. It is they who guided us through and helped us to become who we are today. Special thanks to our university advisors who aided with our applications, helped us open the door of opportunities. Also, thanks to all other teachers from all faculties. Thank you for supporting us even at this time of difficulties, trying to help us prepare remotely. Special thanks to Sabis and our IT department for enabling the teams. we wouldn't have been able to stay connected and share resources with our teachers without their work. Plus, thanks to all the SODAC staff members who provided us with excellent meals, and to the cleaning staff who keep our school in such good order. We must not forget our parents, the most extraordinary people who support us day and night. They are the people who are always patient with us, forgive us when we don't admit our mistakes, and tolerate our unpredictable mood changes. Yet they still love and support us. They give us valuable advice and prevent us from making terrible life choices. And thus, on behalf of Class 2020, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the parents. Thank you for supporting us to the very end. Some of us joined the school since kindergarten, and some only joined recently. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. What matters was the joy, the fellowship, and the valuable times we shared together. And I promise you that in 10 or 20 years, we'll be successful businessmen or businesswomen, innovative engineers, and life-saving doctors. And thinking back, the time you spent in ISF and the choices you made will be a source of many happy memories. As Master Wu Gui from Kung Fu Panda said, one often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it. Therefore, be brave, take action, and go beyond. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Honored guests, Dr. Ludwig, and my microphone was off. Hi. Honored guests, Dr. Ludwig, Dr. Lehmann, Mr. Williams, dear teachers, families, and fellow classmates. It is my honor to represent the graduating class of 2020 at this truly memorable and unique graduation ceremony being held in the ISF Theater. Who would have predicted that we will be trading our traditional graduation ceremony for a live stream? When we entered ISF's main gate on the first day of school in 2019, with the solid thought that in exactly 9 months, we all will be graduating high school, the situation of COVID-19 got out of control, resulting in human tragedies and a worldwide crisis. Amid such global happenings, the cancellation of IB exams and introduced online AP exams might seem insignificant for the human race as a whole. Yet for us, seniors, these seemingly insignificant events changed our perception, because life is full of plot twists. And after working our way through for the past 12 years and until today, we gathered here to celebrate the end of one of the most meaningful chapters of our lives. We are graduates of ISF High School. We faced many challenges. One of the biggest was planning our work time. Some of us dealt with this problem by using weekly planners. Never in my life have I seen more aesthetically pleasing and beautifully ornamented planners than the ones of Josie and Gabriella. Jean's art talent as well was seen not only on her biology notes, but also on our senior board, which soon will be hanging in the school corridor. Not to mention Jana, who will soon be saving lives as the leading doctor, while creating pieces of art on the side. These girls' art skills surprised everyone again when the audience saw the handmade decorations in the Mean Girls show. With her indispensable leadership skills and management, Ashley showed us how such a seemingly impossible project was brought to life. Not to forget our stars, Emily, Dana, and Vicky, who excited the atmosphere on and off stage with their acting skills and cheerfulness. I would give an Oscar to Max and Sean right away for their amazing dancing performance in pink tutus, which swept their audience off their feet. Events like these would not be possible without our sophisticated and dedicated SLO members, Celine, Joelle, and Ani, who have put their time and effort to maintain our school spirit. I think everyone here agrees that there was no other class more ambitious, open-minded, and extraordinary than ours. I'm proud to announce that we, being the largest class in ISF history, with exactly 91 students, showed a 100% graduation rate. Despite some disputes, we, the class of 2020, matured and flourished together as a family through not only tough, but also fun times. Coming early to homeroom every morning was not a chore, but rather an advantage of having the time to finish your homework or catch up on some sleep. Some of us have even kept pillows and blankets in their lockers in case of such an emergency. Once full of energy, the great minds proceeded their ways to their classes. Having a free period often resulted in spending this time in the library, where one could observe Joel, Joho, and Peter tirelessly solving math problems. You could also find Marcus and Aaron using their programming skills for computer things I'm not even going to pretend I understand. In the sports after-school activities, one could see our leading athletes, Tim, Tony, Kaito, and Derek, sharing their experiences in basketball with the younger kids. And no one could stop our Kim once she was in the water swimming for the ISF team during this year's gist. In the past 2 years, we became a family. Being part of the ISF community, we have learned so much more than just our syllables. Of course, it is good to know that a mitochondrion is a power cell of the cell, but being a good person is what matters the most. Facing a variety of cultures and traditions on a daily basis taught us tolerance and mutual respect. But we did not stop there. Many of us went on protests, longing for equality for all races, genders, and people with different sexual orientations. When participating in the Habitat for Humanity project in Chile, Ryusei's and Samir's newly obtained house building skills proved to be very useful, while Naomi and Zara developed a deep connection with the family that our team was helping. Every one of us greatly impacted our school society, and we all should be proud of it. During all these years, we grew together. We were taught teamwork and learned about our limits, which were tested during our bonding trip in grade 11, where we for some reason had to climb trees and walk in ice-cold water. And now, we're here, at the end of the high school era. As we turn the page, we step into the new world, a bigger and yet unexplored world. It might scare us, but do not forget that we are all in this together. We would not be here without the constant support of our parents and families. You were the ones to believe in us, encourage us to move forward and achieve our dreams. When we were going through some tough times of school stress, you were there to motivate, being our idols. I would also like to thank our university counselors who read hundreds of personal statements drafts, helping us to perfect it. Our sports science staff, keeping our competitive spirit alive. Our SLO staff, who coordinated the whole school life outside our lessons. Our nurses, ensuring our well-being. Our cleaning staff, who kept our school crystal clear at all times. Our CAS coordinators, who spent hours reminding us to complete our experience. Our Sodexo staff, providing us with the energy for the afternoon classes. And, of course, our teaching staff, who not only listened to us, being the always concerned teenagers, but who also shared their knowledge with us. You were all a huge part of our high school experience, and for that, we are incredibly grateful. So let us take a moment and show our gratitude with a good round of applause. We, the class of 2020, have pioneered the world's normal by triumphantly finishing this academic year, and this is something to be extremely proud of. And remember, like Ms. Biekler loves to say, make good choices. Thank you.
Thank you, Vero. Thank you, Oscar, for sharing some of the remarkable experiences of your class with us. I guess we all know what you went through, and we are very, very proud of you. Dear graduates, I'm pleased to announce a very special commencement speaker for you. Dr. Rainer Groh, ISF graduate from 2007. Dr. Groh is in the UK at the moment. It's not a pretty time to travel, so he will appear on that screen. He graduated from ISF in 2007 with a high school diploma and a number of APs. We see him in 2011 as Master of Engineering First Class from University of Bath, awarded Most Outstanding Student and Best Research Project prizes. Also in 2011 he received a scholarship to complete his PhD in Aerospace Engineering at the University of Bristol. 2016 he graduated from the University of Bristol with Faculty of Engineering Commendation. He won third prize in the European Commission's Clean Sky 2 Project PhD Award, an award which recognizes outstanding PhD research work in aeronautics across Europe. 2015 and 2017, Dr. Groh worked at NASA Langley Research Center to develop models for NASA's new space launch system. 2018, he was awarded a 5-year Royal Academy of Engineering Research Fellowship. This is the most prestigious research grant for early career engineers in the UK. Last year, Dr. Groh was awarded the Philip Leverhulme Prize, an award which recognizes outstanding early career researchers in any discipline across the UK. Well, I was impressed by another outstanding achievement. During his time in Bath, Rainer, not Dr. Groh at that time, won the British University Sports Championships in the long jump. He jumped 7 meters 80. I guess that's pretty far. Chapeau. And even better, he is an inspiring and an entertaining speaker, and I hope we can connect somehow to him. Can we?
Dear graduating class of 2020, Director Rader, Mr. Williams, and all members of staff at ISF. Dear parents, family, and friends dialing in from around the world, I hope you're all keeping well in these unprecedented and strange times. I'm honored to have been invited to give this year's commencement address and to represent the many alumni of ISF that are spread around the globe. Although I would have rather congratulated you all in person, I think we should count ourselves lucky to be able to celebrate your graduation as we are. Such an event would be entirely unthinkable in the United Kingdom, from where I join you today. First of all, congratulations to all graduates. Today is a day of celebration, a day where you can reflect on a 12-year journey of growth and learning, hard work, and perhaps sometimes frustration, fond memories of friendship and success, but also of overcoming obstacles. We've come together today to celebrate a truly remarkable evolution, your development from a child just learning to count, read, and write, to a well-educated adult, an adult who has mastered a truly remarkable breadth of human knowledge, from mathematics and the natural sciences to literature, the arts, and the social sciences. And most remarkable of all, you've completed the last trial, your IB, AP, or A-level exams, in the extraordinary circumstances of international crisis. So I applaud all of you for your tenacity and effort, and hope that the memory of this pandemic will remain with you as a reminder of your ability to persevere. But beyond celebration, today is also the start of a new period of your lives, the beginning of increased freedom, autonomy, and independence. Unfortunately, these privileges go hand in hand with a new sense of responsibility. It is up to you to decide how you want to spend your time, who you want to be, and what you want to accomplish. I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but from this day onwards, the days of the ISF concept list are unfortunately over. And so it is in the nature of the commencement address for the speaker to pass on some general words of guidance that might be helpful in this new period of your life. One of the things that should be immediately apparent, but usually does not fully register until you leave ISF, is that most people you will meet or work with have not attended an international school. In many ways, this makes absolutely no difference, but it does make a significant difference to how you specifically as international students naturally conduct yourselves as global citizens. By being educated in an environment that unites students and teachers from all around the globe, you have become accustomed to working with individuals from diverse backgrounds. One of the striking characteristics I have observed in others that have attended international schools is an uncommon duality of both celebrating the heritage of different cultures, while at the same time discounting any of our felt differences in the spirit of human collaboration. Today, you graduate from an institution that values the idea that bringing people together to learn is a force for good in the world. Although this may sound grand and idealistic, I think you will be surprised at how deeply ingrained this spirit of internationalism is in all of you, and how unfortunately this is often not the default position of others who have not had your particular experience. So I encourage you all to carry this gift with you into the wider world and to act as ambassadors of these ideals. Another illusion that I would like to dispel is the notion that seemingly successful people have it all figured out. The common perception is that mistakes are rare, failures are basically non-existent, and every opportunity is converted into success. The reality is that most adults are highly competent and knowledgeable in a few areas, and for the rest of our lives, we basically make it up as we go along. I don't mean this to sound disparaging or disrespectful, because I believe that it reflects a deeper subjective reality that we find ourselves in. The world is an incredibly complex place in which we try our best to do good and live a meaningful life. The reason I bring this up is that there will be many occasions where you will be confronted with doubt. Am I studying for the right degree? Am I enjoying my course? Is this the right career? Should I choose X or switch to Y? My message to you is that it's okay to feel doubt. We all do. It might seem surprising that a scientist is telling you to embrace doubt in this way. After all, aren't scientists supposed to be certain and tell us exactly how things are? It is indeed true that science is a collection of statements with varying degrees of certainty, but not a single one is absolutely 100% certain. In fact, it is imperative for progress in science to be able to doubt. To make progress, we must remain modest and make room for the things we do not yet know. We need to cherish the ability to exercise critical awareness of ourselves and our dearest certainties. I believe it is helpful to accept this notion not just in science, but also in other things of life. To realize that when we make decisions, we don't necessarily know that we are making them correctly, that we are doing the best we can, and in fact, that is all we can and should strive to do. So please don't be discouraged if you find yourself lost on occasion. No one has lived your life before, and no one will again. You're an explorer on a journey of one, and sometimes the best discoveries are made when we get lost along the way. So looking ahead at the next chapter of your journey, I want to share a few guiding principles that have worked well for me in the past. First of all, time. Time is unfortunately finite as a non-renewable resource. And if you want to spend it wisely, you need to set priorities. Pretty much everyone would be well served spending more time actually thinking about what they spend their time on. When you're in your 20s, what you should spend your time on is often confused with just follow your passion, which is frustratingly meaningless if you're young without a predefined passion to follow. It is generally wiser to master skills that are rare and valuable, and to then steer your career into directions that resonate. Eventually, you will define your success by doing excellent work in areas that are meaningful to you. There's a flip side to this coin, which is that it pays handsomely if you develop a passion for lifelong learning. Make an effort to go to bed each day just a little bit wiser than when you woke up. Learning to think independently is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. In closing, I can't resist in setting you all one last homework exercise. In the next couple of days, weeks, or months, I implore you to have a think about your values and ambitions for the future. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to be known for? What is it that you're willing to do and not to do? Make a commitment to an ideal, and as you progress through your life and career, resist the temptation of comparing yourself to your peers or judging yourself by the opinions of others. Instead, think of what that graduating student starting out in 2020 deemed honorable and worthy of achievement, and hold yourself to that standard. Nothing less and nothing more. Congratulations again on graduating today. You have all the opportunities in the world. So go forth and be bold. Thank you very much. The common perception is that mistakes are rare, failures are basically non-existent, and every opportunity is converted into success. The reality is that most adults are highly competent and knowledgeable in a few areas, and for the rest of our lives, we basically make it up as we go along. I don't mean this to sound disparaging or disrespectful, because I believe that it reflects a deeper subjective reality that we find ourselves in. The world is an incredibly complex place in which we try our best to do good and live a meaningful life. The reason I bring this up is that there will be many occasions where you will be confronted with doubt. Am I studying for the right degree? Am I enjoying my course? Is this the right career? Should I choose X or switch to Y? My message to you is that it's okay to feel doubt. We all do. It might seem surprising that a scientist is telling you to embrace doubt in this way. After all, aren't scientists supposed to be certain and tell us exactly how things are? It is indeed true that science is a collection of statements with varying degrees of certainty, but not a single one is absolutely 100% certain. In fact, it is imperative for progress in science to be able to doubt. To make progress, we must remain modest and make room for the things we do not yet know. We need to cherish the ability to exercise critical awareness of ourselves and our dearest certainties. I believe it is helpful to accept this notion, not just in science, but also in other things of life. To realize that when we make decisions, we don't necessarily know that we are making them correctly, that we are doing the best we can, and in fact, that is all we can and should strive to do. So please don't be discouraged if you find yourself lost on occasion. No one has lived your life before, and no one will again. You're an explorer on a journey of one, and sometimes the best discoveries are made when we get lost along the way. So looking ahead at the next chapter of your journey, I want to share a few guiding principles that have worked well for me in the past. First of all, time. Time is unfortunately finite as a non-renewable resource. And if you want to spend it wisely, you need to set priorities. Pretty much everyone would be well served spending more time actually thinking about what they spend their time on. When you're in your 20s, what you should spend your time on is often confused with just follow your passion, which is frustratingly meaningless if you're young without a predefined passion to follow. It is generally wiser to master skills that are rare and valuable, and to then steer your career into directions that resonate. Eventually, you will define your success by doing excellent work in areas that are meaningful to you. There's a flip side to this coin, which is that it pays handsomely if you develop a passion for lifelong learning. Make an effort to go to bed each day just a little bit wiser than when you woke up. Learning to think independently is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. In closing, I can't resist in setting you all one last homework exercise. In the next couple of days, weeks, and months, I implore you to have a think about your values and ambitions for the future. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you want to be known for? What is it that you're willing to do and not to do? Make a commitment to an ideal, and as you progress through your life and career, resist the temptation of comparing yourself to your peers or judging yourself by the opinions of others. Instead, think of what that graduating student starting out in 2020 deemed honorable and worthy of achievement, and hold yourself to that standard. Nothing less and nothing more. Congratulations again on graduating today. You have all the opportunities in the world. So go forth and be bold. Thank you very much. Dear parents, family, and friends dialing in from around the world, I hope you're all keeping well in these unprecedented and strange times. I'm honored to have been invited to give this year's commencement.
Yeah, thank you, Rainer. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. Thank you for staying in touch with us. And I guess whatever he told us is valid for you and for us on this stage also. We will now proceed to the presentation of the high school diplomas as soon as Rainer has gone away. We start with our student speakers. Sigang Dong. Veronika Svirnova. Dylan Ahn. Dayan Alsebiani. Zanzida Amin. Cheyon An. Gideon Banat. Akanksha Bansal. Josephine Blank. Emily Borkhaus. Felten Braunsberg. Zhao Yu Chen. Yujeong Cho. Kanguk Choi. Marco de Anda Castillo. Aaron Demian. Zeynep Derin. Dana Diakova. Alcin Domas. Muhammad Amin El Abida. Sean Foyan. Naomi June Galiai. Joel Gieser. Abdulkarim Saltuk Gökebakan. Shengjia Agu. Chinmay Gupta. Varan Gürücü. Timothy Hayden. Markus Haferkorn. Emma Eif. Yuri Ishii. Yu Ishizaki. Danush Jagalamudi. Kyun Kyum. Daniel Kim. Dongyeon Kim. Ji-in Kim. Juho Kim. Sun-young Kim. Yusei Kinosaki. Yuki Kiryu. Kim Krämer. Hyung Jun Kwak. Gain Lee. Jeongbin Lee. Jonghoon Lee. Kyungmin Lee. Wonwoo Lee. Noel Lenz. Rungshuan Ma in absentia Sana Madan. Leon Kiran Madre. Raphael Malentake. Sean McCarthy. Isabella Mendoza Galvez. Maximilian Michel. Kamal Muhammad. Ahmed Musa. Jury Nam. Nima Nami. Noah Netzer. Aras Özdemir. Venkata Tanuj Palepu. Celine Park. Laura Gabriela Pedrosa Guerrero. Victoria Perkins. Sarah Perweis. Ansh Alzada. Samir Rajesh. Tristan Reed. Angelo Rösner. Ryota Saiki. Joël Zazou. Kaito Shimizu. Seung Wan Shin. Markus Mitt. Jeong Yun Son. Seung Hoon Song. Ken Stone. Abhinandan Vasudevan. Jana von Hake. Sefang Wang. Seoan Wang. David Williams. Derek Wooten. Ren Yamasaki. Kansuke Yamasaki. Ashley Yang Parodi. Seung Hyun Yea. Hao Jiang Yi. An Zhao. Dear graduates here in the good old hall, dear families, colleagues, dear Corinna, dear all connected to us with machines and programs I did not dream of when I started teaching 40 years ago in front of a blackboard with a piece of chalk in my hand. It's a great pleasure for me to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2020 with you here on our campus. It feels a bit like coming home. Of course, there is a certain irony in it. The largest graduating class of ISF returns to the traditional place where we used to celebrate the academic success of our students for a long time. When our amazing speaker, Dr. Groh, graduated in 2007, we could host him and his families right here without problems. This time, it took a lot more effort and a lot more people to make this event possible. I will not enumerate them, as I'm afraid to forget someone, but dedicated helpers from all parts of our community, students, parents, colleagues, worked together to make this event happen. On behalf of the graduates and on behalf of the school and from the bottom of my heart, Dankeschön. At the end of the day, as it always was, this event is about you, my dear graduates. The standing formula is, it is a beginning and it is an end. It is about your talents, your hopes, your ambitions, your future, and your concerns, the plans for your future that agitate you and your fellows. Graduation is a rite de passage, a big step. The attitude you need for these steps is very well enunciated in a famous poem by Hermann Hesse. Please allow me to give the German version first, for those who love the tone. Es muss das Herz bei jedem Lebensrufe bereit zum Abschied sein und Neubeginne und sich in Tapferkeit und ohne Trauern in andere, neue Bindungen zu geben. Und jedem Anfang wohnt ein Zauber inne, der uns beschützt und der uns hilft zu leben. An excellent translation by Richard and Clara Winston. Since life may summon us at every age, be ready, heart, for parting, new endeavor. Be ready bravely and without remorse to find new light that all ties cannot give. In all beginnings dwells a magic force for guarding us and helping us to live. Unfortunately, we don't have a double period to talk that through in a proper literature class, but I guess the main message is quite clear. It is it's a huge encouragement. Our best wishes will accompany you all the way. May that special force be with you. And now, let us finish your high school days and open the doors for the future. May I ask the graduates to rise, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and a great pleasure I give you ISF's graduating class of 2020.